Hello everyone, my name is Jaybird and welcome back to Cinderella Phenomenon. Without any further ado, let's get right back to where we left off last time, which would be here, right here. I'm dying. It has been days since Parfait and Delora revealed my mother's true identity and the inevitable responsibility I am to have on my shoulders once I turn 18. I have been trying to ask the king about Mother, but he is even busier these days than he was before, and it is impossible to find a single moment in the day to speak with him. The fact that I am a maid makes it even harder to garner his attention. When I am not on break, I continue to do my duty serving Emmeline. Right now, I am accompanying her as she practices her walk and posture. Ophelia has been helping her, pointing out any mistakes she finds. I know how hard this is, dear. I had to go through this training as well before I married the king. Emmeline allows her shoulders to slouch as she lets out an exasperated sigh.
I've always hated these lessons. I had thought my posture was fine. This is supposed to refine it, and yet all these lessons have been doing. These lessons. It's hurting my back.
And all this time I'm doing your voice is hurting my throat. Oh, Emmeline, you're getting over this. You just need to keep practicing.
But Mother, I've had the same lessons forever. Why must I do it again?
Because you slouch when you walk, and that is unbecoming of a princess. I sure do love the feeling of my throat dying. That's a pleasant feeling. Emmeline scowls at her mother, and Ophelia's frown falls away as she bursts into laughter.
Mother, you're not helping!
The atmosphere in the room is far from heavy as Emmeline and her mother continue to conduct her lessons. It is almost the exact opposite of the lessons I had with Mother. Mother always got angry when I made even the smallest mistakes. I know this is hard, but as the crown princess, all eyes will be on you during the ball. The people there will judge any small mistake you make, which is why you need to be in top form on that night.
I know!
Ophelia claps her hands. Alright, now to start again. Emmeline groans before heading to the far wall and straightening her back. She takes a deep breath, puts a book on her head, and begins to walk again. The book falls from her head on her third step. She sighs, moves back, and starts the process again. Neither of us break Emmeline's concentration by speaking. We stand idly by and watch as she tries time and time again. I am surprised when Ophelia leans toward me and begins to whisper. Jaybird, I'd been meaning to say this before, but I'm grateful that you are friends with my daughter. I look at Ophelia's smiling face with surprise. I never agreed to be your friend. You were not against the princess making friends with her servants? Why would I be? I actually wish more of the staff here wouldn't be so uptight, since I would love for Emmeline to be on good terms with the people who serve her. Besides, social status is never an obstacle to friendship. Ophelia shifts her gaze back to Emmeline, who is now picking up the book that has once again fallen from her head. No matter your occupational status, a friend is always a friend. You've given Emmeline the courage she needs to face the many challenges she has ahead of her. In a way, you're like family, since you're always around us. About that! Like family. Come what may, both family and good friends out there for you, and they'll accept you for who you are. Even before I was cursed, Emmeline was always trying to be my friend. That means she knew all along who my mother was and still wanted to be my friend. The thought makes me remember what Parfait told me about Mother threatening to kill Ophelia if the king did not marry her. I turned to Ophelia, curious. Your Majesty, may I ask what you know about the late Queen's rule? Ophelia looks at me quizzically, so I quickly added a thoughtless lie. I was not an Angeli and have only heard stories. I just thought it was so hard to believe, what with how peaceful things are in the palace right now. The kingdom was a dark place back then. People lived in fear under her rule. The king had no real power over Angeli. The witches had free reign over the kingdom. They cast the fairy tale curse incessantly and on a whim. We barely left our houses in fear of becoming cursed. Mother's reign was that terrible? The king still blames himself for the darkness that befell Angeli during that time. This is why he works day in and day out to stabilize the country and to put smiles on everyone's faces. I remember long ago how he told me one of the reasons he would always continue to work hard for this kingdom was because he wanted to make a brighter tomorrow for his children. Ophelia looks confused for a few moments, then brushes off the awkwardness with a small chuckle. He helps the family in his own way. Is it possible that he said that with me in mind? And Ophelia slip up. But then maybe he was always referring to Emmeline and Rod. The kingdom's come a long way since then, hasn't it? There's still witches here and there, but most of them don't bother others. I pray that the peace we are experiencing right now will last. I see. Thank you for telling me. It is a bit of a dreary topic, but I'm happy to have helped. If you need anything else, please don't hesitate to call me. I know it may not be traditional protocol for a queen, but then I do not consider myself a typical queen. I try my best to listen to everyone here regardless of what their title or name may be. I can only nod at her in response. Princess or maid, the way Ophelia has treated me has never changed. She has always treated me with kindness regardless of who I am. I never saw it before because I was always so distant from everyone, but now I see that Ophelia treats everyone here with kindness, regardless of social status. I was always frustrated with the servants when they compared Ophelia to Mother, saying she was superior. But now, I think I understand why they would make such comparisons. Damn. Emmeline dismisses me after my lessons, and I begin to head immediately back to my room. I have just turned a corner when I notice Sir Alcester standing before me, scowling.
Well, watch where you're going, child.
I quickly avert my gaze, not wanting a confrontation. He always looks at me so strangely, almost like he can see into my mind, or is trying to. My apologies, Sir Alcester. Sir Alcester nods his head at me stiffly before walking off.
You are pardoned, princess.
I turn to stare after him, but he has already turned the corner. My blood becomes cold. Is that just a slip of the tongue? But how else could he know that I'm the princess? Is it possible that he is cursed? No. Somehow that does not seem right. But if he does not have the fairy tale curse, could he be the witch that Delora warned me about? reason would he have for unveiling his identity then? Unless he just wants to intimidate me further. It occurs to me that Fritz still remembers who I am. Did he tell his father about me? Now I am even more confused about whom I should trust. Jaybird? I jump when I hear Rod call me. His expression slowly creases with something that looks like worry. You're pale. Did something happen? Would he believe me if I told him? Wait. Shit. This is chapter 6, right? Just in case, I'm gonna save it right here. Oh, yeah, it is chapter 6. Okay. Okay, never mind. It is chapter 6. Because I'm looking at the guide, and there's another thing. There's another option about tell him and do not tell him. And so yeah, I'm like, oh shit, I hope I picked the right one. Okay, I'm supposed to tell him. Alright, it's chapter 6, so tell him. Sir Alcaster knows that I'm the princess. Do you think he's the witch Delora was talking about? I whisper the words to him. And he responds by raising his eyebrows, looking surprised. What makes you say that? This isn't just because of the standoffish way he acts, is it? You don't believe me. Rod sighs. I never said that I didn't. It's just that we can't just blindly accuse anyone without any real proof. Rod stares at me for a few moments, then closes his eyes, his eyebrows slightly furrowed with thought. Sir Fitzgerald also remembers who you are. I do not want to be so suspicious of Fritz, but I don't think blindly trusting him would be right either, given these circumstances. You need to stay vigilant around him. If anything happens, you can come talk to me about it. You're worried about me? Rod averts his gaze from me. Ah, okay, it was the right answer. Yay! Of course I am.
Wow, you're actually being honest.
What? Rod glares at Sebby before pinching his cheek. Anyway, I must leave now. I have a dance to practice for. Dance? But you already know how to dance. What do you have left to practice? Rod does not answer and only walks away. I decide to follow after him. Why did you follow me? I shrug. I wanted to see you practice. To be honest, I want to see him dance. I already know that Emmeline is very clumsy when it comes to dancing, but outside of the one practice with Emmeline, I have never seen Rod dance. Emmeline always gloats on his behalf, but I have yet to witness Rod's supposed talent with my own eyes. Our dance together was so short I barely had any time to judge him. I do not practice with an audience. Why? It is my preference.
Rod is easily embarrassed.
Rod groans and pinches one of Sebby's cheeks, glowering.
Sorry.
Rod reluctantly releases the bunny with a sigh. I notice you have been talking more lately, Sebby.
Oh, that's because Rod here has been saying things that contradict what he thinks or feels.
Sebby makes a sound of defeat as Rod once again pinches one of his cheeks. Rod stares at me with wide eyes, and I stare back, beginning to panic. What is wrong? You smiled again. I put a hand to my mouth, flushing. I was smiling again? I never even noticed.
It was a pretty smile, Princess, right, Rod?
Rod quickly turns away, cheeks slightly pink. Oh, another blusher boy! I need to practice now, so I would appreciate you leaving. He did not even command me to leave. What a surprise. Emmeline said you were a really good dancer. I want to see it with my own eyes. Why? So you can judge me? I'm not here to judge you. I am sure that I am a better dancer than you. I am supposed to say this. I am sure that I am a better dancer than you. What? I'm supposed to say that? Jeez. The scowl on Rod's face deepens. I almost smirk. Maybe he's reluctant to show me, but Rod is also full of pride. He is more likely to show me if I pose a challenge. You didn't even answer the question. And are you underestimating my dancing? The others may have forgotten, but you still remember, do you not? I am a princess and was taught by the kingdom's best instructor. I say the words with pride, and I notice Rod's lips twitch in response. It actually makes me feel accomplished to get under Rod's skin when he's usually the one getting under mine. Having the best instructor does not automatically make you the best dancer. I am pretty confident with my own skills. Say what you want, but I will refuse to believe you without any proof. I still say that I am a better dancer than you are. Rod steps forward and pulls me suddenly into his arms, taking me by surprise. Oh, Jesus Christ, excuse me, what? He looks at me, clearly determined. Fine then, you'll have your proof. I'll make you swallow those words with this dance. Okay, we shall see. Rod starts leading the dance. He glides us into the imaginary rhythm of a waltz. Even without the music, I am able to count the steps in my head as I follow his lead. This is different from that short dance we showed Emmeline. Rod's movements are graceful, his touch gentle as he leads me to an underarm twirl. Yes! Bitch! Yes! When I come face... fuck. No, image for the thumbnail. Woo! Woo! I have a problem. I need some help. I am dying. This is, I don't know if this is normal for my age or not. But every time I play these games, I die even more on the inside. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but I kind of like it. So, yeah, that's what I'll do with the rest of my life. I'll just play these games and die until I die, you know, completely. When I come to face him once again, I notice the gentle way he stares at me. Oh yeah. The usual hardness of his expression is gone, melted into something relaxed. I find myself staring back at him, looking into his eyes. Perhaps Rod does have some gentleness to him. Our gaze does not break as he twirls me. Excuse me, what? Excuse me, what? 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 I bumped my mic. What? This game is breaking me. I'm broken now. I'm just like, what? You have beautiful eyes. Exactly! What? I sound like a dog. What? Rod's eyes widen as soon as mine do. He abruptly lets go of my hands and steps back. No, come back, baby. I can only stare at him, my face warm. Oh my god, what?
It wasn't me this time. That was more than just a thought, I swear.
Rod says nothing, though his cheeks continue to darken with embarrassment.
Oh my!
Rod and I turn to look at Emmeline, who is hovering by the door. Excuse me. Rod quickly walks through the doorway and out into the hallway, leaving Emmeline and I alone in the room. What just happened?
That was a wonderful dance, Jaybird.
You were watching?
I only just saw the last few minutes, but you know, the way you did it, two of you really did. But you know, the two of you really did look like a couple. It was sweet.
A couple?
Oh my, you're blushing!
I put a hand to my cheek and turn away with a scowl. I am not. Besides, whatever just happened was embarrassing.
Do you like Rod?
I stare at her. I do not. Also, you are forgetting that I am a maid who could not be with the prince even if I wanted to. He's grumpy and cold. And even though we are not blood related, he's still my stepbrother. If only Emmeline realized how crazy her words were in light of the truth. Emmeline suddenly looks starry-eyed as she giggles at me.
Love knows no boundaries, dear Jaybird. Besides, he seems to like you.
Your brother hates me.
Rod can be a contradiction sometimes. Sometimes he says the opposite of what he feels. It's only when you get to know him as well as I do that you realize what his truths are.
I cannot help but think of Sebi, who always speaks Rod's thoughts aloud when they are contradictory.
He was always so mean to Viorka when we were young. He would always bully her for being a crybaby, even though he cried far more often. Then I realized that he treated her more special than he did anyone else. Back then, I knew that he liked her. I thought that one day, the two of them might even grow to love each other, but
Emmeline lets out a long sigh as she directs her attention out the window.
his attitude toward her has changed ever since he was cursed. Then they grew even more distant when Viorka found a lover.
Is that the reason why you have been going to the toy shop with Prince Rod? Because you want to bring them back together? Emmeline nods.
The three of us were best friends. The three musketeers. It's not the same with Rod. I keep on asking him what's wrong, but he refuses to tell me. He's always been stubborn, and it's not like him to keep secrets. It's really frustrating because I have no idea what I should do to help him.
Oh my god, my throat is dying. Oh god, I need like a drink or some shit. I thought he was just being stubborn with me, but apparently no amount of prodding, even from his own family, will make him budge. Why is he being so difficult? I hope you do not mind me asking, but what do you know about his curse? Emmeline stares at me for a few moments before nodding.
You're my friend, Jaybird, and I know that I can confide in you.
I know that sometimes I am not trusting enough, but I think Emmeline is still far too trusting.
I only know that he has the mermaid's curse. I've read the story so many times, hoping that I can figure out some way to break his curse.
I think back and realize that I had actually read the beginning of The Little Mermaid a long time ago, but I did not have the chance to finish it because I was caught by Mother. The Little Mermaid is about a mermaid who trades her voice for legs, right?
Yes, she also does it so she can be with her prince. Rod's voice was taken away, but I'm sure he was given something in exchange. I've heard that curses are derived from the original tales, but that they are twisted in some way to fit the format of a curse.
I nodded slowly, thoughtful. I have a strong feeling that Rod's curse is related to Viorka, but I cannot draw the connection. But still, Viorka might be the key to understanding this curse. If Rod will not divulge anything, the next best chance we have of understanding this curse might be going through Viorka. Oh my god, my throat hurts. Yeah, be careful what you wish for. And that is where I will end this episode. If you guys enjoyed this episode of Cinderella Phenomenon, leave a like down below, leave a comment down below, share it with your friends, subscribe if you haven't, ring that notification bell, and remember, die safely. Bye-bye!